Right off the bat, I need to apologize for my appearance in this video. I'm kind of between cameras right now, so I'm shooting this thing with a phone, and also I'm kind of between showers and I'm kind of between shaves right now. So the quality here is probably going to be fairly poor. They won't all be this bad, I promise. One or two might be worse before I get this figured out. Hey, greetings everybody. I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. I don't necessarily subscribe to a specific version of creation and how everything got to be here. I do believe in the Bible. The biblical creation myth, if you want to call it that, is one of the most testable and potentially scientifically defensible creation myths ever. There's general agreement that these documents from Genesis certainly existed, 2,200, 2,400, 2,500 years ago, and I think there's pretty good evidence that they existed before that. I do think that there's a bias in the scientific community today away from even examining the potential that we could have gotten here by intelligent design. And I think that's very frustrating for people of faith, and it turns out that a lot of scientists are people of faith. And I think that's frustrating because it seems unscientific. We're just going to rule out a possibility for how we got here by saying, well, we can't verify or not verify the existence of God, so therefore that has no basis in any sort of scientific discussion. Well, that's ridiculous. There are plenty of things that are very difficult to verify or may seem that they can't be proven or disproven, but we find ways to examine those things and prove what we can and disprove what we can. And to me, that's a part of the scientific process. I think it's critically important that people keep an open mind. So when I post a video of the Creation Science Museum in Kentucky, that's not meant to settle the debate. It's more meant to open up the debate and say, hey, this is something that a lot of people believe, and they've put an awful lot of effort, time, money, energy into it, and let's look at it. And undoubtedly there's some bad science in there, and there's also probably a lot of good science in there. And that's how museums are. And you'll find that all around the world, that there's some bad science and some good science. But I really like the idea that some people have gone out and said, we're going to put our money where our mouth is. We've been talking about creation as an alternative to atheism, as an explanation for how we got here. We've been talking about that for decades, and now we're going to build a showcase for our ideas, and we're going to make it world class. And I think the people who constructed the Creation Museum did a wonderful job of that. I think they did make it world class. And it must have been a great challenge to bring that about in a time and a place, an environment that tends to be very hostile to not just Christianity, but to people of faith participating in the scientific debate and participating in the effort to arrive at a scientific consensus of where we all came from and where we may be headed. So watch the video, and if you get a chance, go to the Creation Museum in Kentucky, and don't think of it as the end of the discussion, but think of it as a part of the process of arriving at the truth and understanding the truth of how we got here, what our purpose is, what the meaning is, if any meaning, to our lives. And understand that throughout the world there are billions and billions of people who believe, one way or another, in creation. Not just that things arrived here by random forces or by chance, but that they arrived here because of a greater purpose, a greater design. And yes, there are people on every side of the issue who are arrogant, who are completely sure of themselves and have no question in their authority and their correctness. But the truth is, those people aren't really scientists. Whether they're atheists, whether they're creationists, or somewhere else. If you come at an issue thinking that you already have it figured out, well, you're not going to get very far in learning what you need to know to actually figure it out and to be able to share that with other people, share what you've learned. So please participate in the discussion here. Keep an open mind, be patient with people, and be respectful of people. I look forward to hearing from you, and I think together we can actually get somewhere meaningful with this discussion. So thanks again. Thanks for making us part of your day. Bye-bye.